What's up, Buttercup? Welcome back to my channel. Today's wrap-up is for February 2024, and it was a weird month. It was. I read a lot of books, but I don't even know. Let's just get into it, because then I can explain why it was a little weird compared to other months. But the first graphic novel that I read was The Tea Dragon Society by Kay O'Neill, and that was 4 stars. It was a little different than the first graphic novel, so it kind of threw me off, but it was still 4 stars, totally fine. I cried, so you gotta give it at least 4 stars. And the artwork, as always, gorgeous. The second book is the third book in the graphic novel series, The Tea Dragon Tapestry by Kay O'Neill, and that was 5 stars. I cried like a baby at the end. Perfect. I really recommend this graphic novel by Kay O'Neill. I forget the series title, but I think it might be just like The Tea Dragon Society, something like that. Just look up Kay O'Neill and then you'll find it. I think it's the most popular ranked on Goodreads for Kay, so yeah, you'll find it. It's not hard, it's very popular, and I understand why. Now, number 3 is House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. Because it made me cry, I'm giving it 4 out of 5 stars, following my rule, which is, my rule is, if a book makes me physically cry, it has to be at least 4 stars. Now, if it didn't make me cry, it probably would be 3.5, and I would have rounded it down, but you did get my feels, Sarah. Bryce was annoying as hell. So annoying in this third book, and I'm like, what happened? Because she was not this annoying in the other books. So I don't know what Sarah was going through, but she made Bryce very annoying, and I'm not the only one to think so. There was a lot of feedback where it was like, what happened? I don't know. This is the problem. So, okay, moving on to number 4. Silence Fallen by Patricia Briggs. This is 3 stars. Because Adam was extra annoying. I can only handle Adam when it's through the eyes of Mercy, and for this one, Mercy is kidnapped by the big vampire of Europe, and it's dual point of view, and it's mainly in Adam's point of view. I'm like, sir, no, I'm not interested in your point of view. Let's get back to Mercy. That was a choice. I don't agree with it. But I think this is probably the 3rd book that's 3 stars instead of 4 or 5 stars, and there's 14 books in the Mercy Thompson series. This is not bad. It's not bad. Number 5, Black Leopard Red Wolf by Marlon James. DNF, no rating, because I was struggling. I got to 150 pages. I'm like, I'm not enjoying this at all. I don't care about any of the characters. The world building is interesting. However, it was too much info dumping, and it is written in a literary fiction way, but it's epic fantasy. So it's literary epic fantasy. I'm not a huge fan of both. Therefore, I did not rate it because I didn't get anywhere near 50% or more. This was for the Messed Up Book Club. I think people were expecting something different because the marketing for Black Leopard Red Wolf was the African Game of Thrones. That's not true. So whoever in the marketing sphere of that publishing company did Marlon James dirty. It is not that, and that's why you have so many people DNFing or giving it a low rating. The content where it was disturbing, yeah, life's disturbing. That's not the problem for me. It was the literary writing for an epic fantasy. That's what got to me. Number 6, Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and that's 4 stars. I put it at 4 stars instead of 5, even though I cried a number of times. It was because I don't think that first person present made sense. I think it would have been better in first person past, because you have dual situations where, so the main character is at a bar and she has to decide if she goes home with a man or she goes home with her best friend who she's staying with. And so then at that point we divide into two different types of lives, basically. I thought it was really well done, other than the first person present. It was a little too much for the present tense, because if you're doing two different experiences based on one decision, I think it can overwhelm the reader when you're switching so much back and forth. And it was basically, the chapters are short and you're going back and forth between the main character, and sometimes you have to figure out where you are at. But other than that, solid book. It's one of her earlier books, and I can see that she's working things out, and I still appreciate it, though. I do recommend Maybe in Another Life. Number 7, Cards on the Table by Agatha Christie. It's 3.5 stars, rounded up to 4 stars, because I was intrigued throughout the whole book. However, Christie, ma'am, are you serious right now? Okay, so the ending, 10 pages left. I'm like, ooh, I got this killer. I just nailed it. I know who it is. And they say, oh yeah, it's this killer. And then I tell my husband, he's like, there's 10 pages left. She's gonna do an Agatha Christie spin, and she's gonna tell you through Poirot stuff that you had no idea about, and then it's actually another character who killed this person. And I was like, no, but it's like 10 pages. Are you serious? Because that's what happened. The last, like, I don't know, 5 pages. Then Poirot comes in, he's like, actually, it's this character, because I figured out in my own mind that was not shared that it's this person. I'm like, oh my God. Why? And that is actually a known thing that Agatha Christie does, and a lot of people don't like it, where I forgot the wording that my husband said, but it's like there's information that Agatha Christie does not tell the reader, but Poirot knows all about it, and then like the last 10 pages or less, then Poirot goes through everything and it's actually someone else. Okay, I see how it is. You want to work it like that? I'll try and figure it out. I'll just not say anything and not even guess, because the whole thing for mysteries is who done it, and like you're figuring it out with the person, the detective or the sleuth or whatever. But Agatha's different. It's fine. We'll just move on to the next book, because I'm annoyed a little bit. And this one's odd as well. Number 8 is The Druid by Jeff Wheeler. I rounded up to 4 stars. I'm being nice, I guess. It's really 3.5 stars. I can see a lot of Mormonism in this book. Does that necessarily mean anything? No, but then I'm not a huge fan of the Chronicles of Narnia, because Christianity is really like in your face. This wasn't as in your face compared to the Chronicles of Narnia, but I saw it. Okay, I have some knowledge, but limited knowledge, and if I could figure that out, it's there. So I'm intrigued. I also don't understand completely, like, it's the druid. We're talking about druids. Celtic druids are extremely important. And what are we going for with using Celtic mythology and figureheads? But it's also about Mormonism and there's some, like, I don't know, like, there's some made up words that kind of seem Aramaic. I don't know, maybe Arabic or Hebrew. Someone in the, not someone, a few someones mentioned that it's like made up kind of sort of Hebrew on a Goodreads review, and they spoke Hebrew, like it's quasi Hebrew. I don't even know. I can't say because I don't speak Hebrew. It's interesting. That's what I'm getting at. I don't know about continuing this series. I'm gonna think on it. I'm thinking on it. And especially because I have so many other books, I'm not gonna go out and get the second or third book in the trilogy because I have other books to attend to. And I'm still uncertain about The Druid and if I want to continue, even though I gave it 4 stars. Maybe I will change it to not rated. I don't know. I don't know, people. This is why February was very weird. But you know, it kind of gets back to normal with the remaining 3 books. Number 9 is Storm Cursed by Patricia Briggs. That was 4 stars. Number 10 was Smoke Bitten by Patricia Briggs. That was 4 stars. And finally, number 11, Soul Taken by Patricia Briggs, 4 stars. I was thinking that it was going to be 5 stars because this is about Wolf, the crazy, powerful wizard vampire. But there was not enough wolf in there for me. But that was the last published book of Mercy Thompson. I finished all 13 books. The 14th book is coming out in the spring or the summer or something like that. And so I'm caught up. That was a lot. I'm possibly having to wait on getting the 4th book because all of my other books are mass market paperback copies. They look so nice, so organized, so just clean on my shelf because they all are the same mass market paperbacks. I don't know when the 4th book will have a mass market paperback. Tongue twister. So I might have to wait because I'm not going to get a big paperback or like they release it in hardcover and it does not make sense. Okay. But I did find a short story collection of just Mercy Thompson short stories, so I bought that and it's arriving shortly. So I'm not completely done with Mercy Thompson. I'm going to read all those short stories that Patricia Briggs has put out throughout the years, and I'm interested, of course, in that. And I'm just not sure when I'll get to it because March is all Irish themed except 2 books that I forgot to add to my March TBR video. However, that is probably a good thing because those messed up books are messed up and it's a little inappropriate. However, I promise I will do a wrap up of March and include the messed up books from the Messed Up Book Club. Fingers crossed that I remember to do so. I don't know why. I just completely forgot about putting them into the March TBR, but I think that's probably a good thing because that doesn't match. It's fine though. I read weird things anyway. I'm a very diverse reader of the genres, as you would put it. Thank you so much for watching my February 2024 reading wrap up. I'll see you in the next video. Ta-ta for now.